everything the light touches is our kingdom. Spiritual covering was a big thing. It's a big thing for me. It's why I'm here, right? To be able to embed the spiritual aspects of academics and education through Christ in your children. And we're going to do that through Lion King this year. Woohoo! Oh, wow. As you can see, take me to four. This is the theme that Ms. McNeil was speaking about. There are some things on the surface that you may look around the classroom and say, well, where is this and where is that and why isn't that done or why isn't, and that's fine, I invite you to do that, that's fine by me, but what I want you to know is underneath the surface, the work is done, okay? When you look at this theme map, the circle of life is our theme for the year. I asked you the question why you have your child at Shabbat. There are several Christian schools, so if you wanted to get a Christian covering, you could have gotten that at a lot of places, okay? But one of the things that makes Shabbat what it is our delivery of academics through the concept that Ms. McNeil spoke about. And the concept for our class, can anybody tell me what it is based on reading this? Anybody know, looking around, tell me.
Interdependence.
What is it?
Interdependence.
It's interdependence, okay? She spoke about middle school's launch of interdependence. I encourage you to look at how they're gonna play it out. Our concept for the year is interdependence, so everything that we do, you can think about concept two ways. Some people think about it as an umbrella, and we'll hang everything that we teach from that umbrella this year, right? Under the banner of interdependence. Other people think of it as an anchor. It holds all of our stuff together. If you don't use the concept, then we go one day after another. We learned addition today, we'll do subtraction tomorrow, and oh yeah, we learned about grammar, and we did nouns, and something about verbs, right? But when we do that through the concept, everything kind of just makes sense. I can remember it. It was tied to something that I'll hold on to internally. Got that? What's the concept for second grade? Okay, your job is to tie it into life. So do what you always do, but then go back and ask, how does it tie to interdependence? What are the parts that rely on each other? There are several things, even organizationally, putting this room together. I couldn't do this myself. You know how much help and support went into making this a success for us tonight? Interdependence is everywhere we look, and so that's what I'm going to be delivering. As we move through the quarters, you'll see we have different titles. It reads like a clock. So you have first quarter, born with purpose. Second quarter, in danger. Let me go back. This is the kid-friendly title. What we're studying is plants, animals, and people. The circle of life is the food chain, ecosystems. That's the best way for kids to tangibly see an abstract concept. Let's see what happens if you change the soil in plants. Let's see what happens if birds disappear or bees disappear. What happens in life? What happens in the circle of life when these things are changed, when they're altered, when they're out of place? How significant, and what ultimately they'll learn is how key they are in this environment. Our day is not the same when a child is absent. That's just reality. It changes everything. Your child is absent, that alters the course of my work. You get that? Interdependence is everywhere. You don't have to search hard to find it. Being in locations, Ms. Johnson has done a great job with helping us secure those and making sure we're ready to go. One of the key ones that I want to point out here is the Chesapeake Bay. They have a program. It's a great place to look at the lifeline of how water contributes to life, right? And the life that we have here runs through the Chesapeake Bay. And so the kids are going to look at how creatures live. They're going to get in the water, and they're going to understand exactly what interdependence is tangibly, concretely, so that hopefully over the course of the year, that will graduate into abstract thinking. It's not automatic at first. The second quarter, we're going to look at harmful habits that we have that hurt interdependence. Okay, environment is what we're going to be studying, right? What's happening, and I have here the landfill. You go to a restaurant, look at how much trash you have. Just order for your family. You get the cup holder, the cups, the tops, the straws, the straw paper, the bag, the wrapper for the sandwich, right? It's a lot. Chick-fil-A recently switched their cups. Did you notice?
Yeah.
You wonder why. Does styrofoam break down?
No.
Absolutely not. Harmful habits. And how many cups did they give out in a day? Interdependence. Interdependent. We're responsible as Christians to take care of the earth that He's given us. Get that? Click the next one. Because I think these are blown up. Good. This is long. This is long. I'll send it home, okay? Third quarter, make a difference. Take your place. So we've gone through Born with a Purpose. Understand my significance in this circle of life. I've looked at harmful habits. Now, what am I going to do to impact where I am? The contributions that I make. Take your place. The great thing about the Lion King is that all of us have that destiny on the inside of us that we run away from. I don't know if you've seen it. Please watch it with your children over and over and over again. But Simba runs away from who he really is, right? But the reality is that you can't get away from that. You have a specific place that God has created you to be. I am not my own. You understand that? Okay, so give me a moment. I need everybody's attention to shift to this gorgeous lady that's sitting right here at my desk, gracing it with her prayers and recording me right now. That is my mother. And interdependence is key because I recognize that everything I am is because of the shoulders I stand on from the life that she's lived. And our grandparents and the sacrifices they made. Some of you make checks that my grandmother never saw in her whole life. You live in houses that she cleaned. You get that? You're interdependent on no matter who you think you are. It's because of somebody else's sacrifice. And I need your children to understand that when they leave. And guess what? I can break it down in a way that kids like. We're gonna get that. You know, we're passionate. Schools are great. But we're missing the meaning behind the skills that we learn. So critique it. Comfort, you got the standards. I'm very familiar with them. But I'm teaching your children how to make sense of what they learn, because when they leave, they'll be able to learn anywhere to go. Yeah. So skill or no skill, you know how to get through it. Yeah. It matters. That's why you're at Shabbat too. Yeah. Add that to your list. Yeah. Okay? Go ahead. The fourth quarter is be the change. As a Christian school, service learning is so important. It's not about me. It's not about me. It's not about me. And a lot of habits we have are programming selfishness, isolation, social skills lack. These screens that we have, whether it be your computer, your phone, your television, it amazes me. If I gave those children a TV screen, they'd be silent. You get that? Some of them have them in their hands. You gave it to them to pacify them. That's unacceptable. Because if you can sit quietly and look at that phone, you can sit quietly and read a book. You can sit quietly because I said so. Amen. Amen. And some of us don't have that, right? Yeah. So we're going to work to get our children up there because they're called to change a generation. They're called to be the pioneers of their time. And if we don't embed that in them, what does our world have? Right? Christ is waiting to work through our hands. His spirit lives in us. That's the Lion King song. He lives in me. I love it. Oh, I love it. We're going to begin on praise and worship. Yeah, baby. Okay, but it's very rocky. Those are our quarters. We'll give you a map. You can read through what it says. Okay? If you have questions, let us know. All of it's subject to change. Okay? Subject to change. We have a busy year. Second grade has a lot, but Shabbat is just busy anyway, right? So if it's overload, I got this, sis. I know how to say, okay, we're going to ease up right here. Okay? All right. We're going to keep going. Oh, this technology right here is new. It's great. Interdependence, right? So the guys worked hard to get this technology in our rooms, and it's working wonderfully because I should be able to touch this screen and it's gonna go. Everybody ready? Woo! Yes. Give me one more. Oh, shoot. I know I'm just not doing it right. This one? Right, the arrow. Oh, Jesus. This one? Okay, wait, it did something. Okay, let's just go press baseball.
Breaking it out.
The service learning initiative that we're going to focus on each quarter is homelessness. And this is why I'm going over this, guys. You might have a connection that blesses our classroom. I don't know what your professions are, But you can look for, you have a connection with a job or a business that our kids could have a field experience. We don't take field trips like, you know, sign up with the person, they give you the tour and let's walk through it. They're very passive. That's not learning. You get that? Like they have to get it when we go. And so we create experiences. We don't just take field trips for the sake of being out of the classroom. It's a classroom that's on campus. But homelessness, I'm gonna need your help because I wanna put together an awareness seminar and I need your connections, right? Where a panel of people are gonna come to our school. We have a couple people in mind and they're gonna speak to the children just about the needs in the community. That's first quarter. Second quarter, we wanna run the drive for Castle of Canes. Third quarter is a partnership opportunity with the Empowerment Center. And then fourth quarter is our talent show, okay? Go ahead. Who is Miss Henry? I should have asked y'all what y'all knew about me. But I'm from Ringo, Virginia. I am the oldest of 4 siblings, a teacher by nature. I think just yesterday it went up to 23 cousins. I'm the oldest of all of them. Oh yeah. I went to Johnson C. Smith in North Carolina. This is my 11th year of teaching proudly. In May, I'll get my degree in educational leadership. It's a master's degree because I do desire to change education for children by reaching teachers. I moved to Maryland in 2007. I've taught grades from 1st to 6th. So my school is Shabbat. The church is Jabak. That's where I go. It's where I'm fed. And my pastor is Bishop Donald White. I've served at Shabbat for 6 years, and my goal is to equip children with foundations necessary to continue learning over an entire lifetime. The deal is this: no excuses. Don't teach your child to have them. No excuses.
Oh, that's me. Okay, Miss Johnson. Hey everybody, I'm Miss Johnson. I'm an Army brat born in Germany, but I've lived everywhere, so I've lived everywhere. I attended Bowie State University, Capella University, and now I'm attending North Central University, pursuing my degree in Master's in Education with a specialty in reading education.